How's it going, everybody? It is iVisual. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and welcome back to another Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle versus Joey Fontaine over here in the UU tier. So if you do enjoy these, make sure to hit that like button on the video, and the team I'm using is in the description if you do want to try it out. It's a Trick Room team with a banded Tyrantrum, a banded Komala, and a Rocky MZ Stack Attacker, which I forgot to make the IVs for the defense 14 instead of 15 because at level 50 it raises defense whenever you get a beast boost still instead of getting the attack boost, because that's why we have Lonely Nature 15 IVs. It works on level 100 stack attacker but not on level 50 because level 50 they round the numbers. Unfortunately, that's how it is. But yeah, we lead off with Uxie. Uxie gets the rocks up. Uxie like lives everything, so that's why we always lead off with Uxie. It can reliably always Trick Room and get up stealth rocks. As he led off with Zeraora, he volt switches out into Seismitoad. I just bring in Komala hard on the Seismitoad because I wasn't scared of what Seismitoad's gonna do to me. It can't knock me out unless it's like banded, I don't know, earthquake. So actually Seismitoad, most of them they carry like Earth Power Scald if they carry any ground move. Anyways, yeah, we just go for Sleep Talk Last Resort. If you don't know about Sleep Talk Last Resort, it's because of Komala's ability, Comatose. Comatose, he can't get status, so he's always asleep. So it's basically like you're sleeping, so you can use Sleep Talk. And then you just have Last Resort as the other attacking move. You only have those two, so that you use Last Resort whenever you Sleep Talk. It's pretty dope. Hits like a truck as well. Unfortunately, the Trick Room does end, so Mega Beedrill came in, and it's able to just destroy me. So I bring in Uxie as he brought in Zeraora. I'm like, Uxie, you better live this. I'm praying you do, even after Stealth Rocks, and Uxie is bulky enough to live it, man. Uxie's great as a Trick Roomer. So we get the Trick Room up, and now I kind of just want a Memento and go into Tyrantrum and just click Head Smash, since Head Smash literally annihilates every Pokemon on his team. That's why I love Tyrantrum. All you gotta do is hit, because Tyrantrum does have the ability Rock Head, so you don't take any recoil when you go for Head Smash, so that's awesome. He has a really thick skull. And yeah, Banded Tyrantrum, max HP, max attack, Brave Nature, hits like a truck under Trick Room. You just keep on getting that Trick Room up, go into Tyrantrum, Head Smash, everything. Now, obviously, you could miss, which I like to risk, because I like to just, you know, get the nice, entertaining battle for you. And if I miss, oh well. So I'm just staying in. Like, I could play it a lot safer, like going for Earthquake, switching out, going for Dragon Claw. You probably should do that if you're, like, playing on Pokemon Showdown and you care about your ranking. But me, I'm just trying to, you know, get some sweeps and stuff like that. Entertaining battles as well. So here it is. Head Smash everything. So Trick Room does go away. I want to switch on to Cresselia. I could take anything from Zeraora. It's not Banded or Life Orb. He turns out to be Fighting MZ, so that's what it was. Because I was wondering, like, I don't see Life Orb, I don't see Band. Maybe it was like Expert Belt I was thinking, or Z move, since, you know, it wasn't doing anything to Uxie. So he finally reveals the Fighting MZ. Close combat doesn't knock out Tyrantrum from full when you have max HP Tyrantrum. So that's why he probably Fighting MZ there, but Cresselia just takes that because we resist it and we get the Trick Room off. He tries to do some type of damage, but no, Cresselia is so dang bulky, and we get the Lunar Dance off, so we can go into Tyrantrum and just smash everything once more, if I can hit. So Lunar Dance, that little bit of HP that we lost, but it's okay. We lose it again because of Stealth Rock. And we missed the Head Smash. But what did I say? You guys were paying attention. I said we could live a close combat, so that's why it's okay to miss a Head Smash. So we have another shot to hit that Head Smash, and we do. So get out of here, Zeraora. Goodbye. I think I made this team a while back because I was like, what has no switch-ins? Tyrantrum. Komala barely has switch-ins as well, but like it kind of it kills a lot of the steel types in the tier because of how powerful it is with its choice band. And Last Resort is just a powerful move. And then you have Stack Attack, amazing coverage. You have Trick Room, access to Trick Room as well, and Immuniclus as well. It's Life Orb Magic Guard, so you don't take Life Orb damage. And it just hits like a truck as well. It has perfect coverage. Psychic, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast with Trick Room. So, yeah, GG to Joey. He didn't have much for Trick Room, like looking at his team. It kind of just smashed his entire team. Once Seismitoad was gone, Head Smash gone. Last Resort Kamal literally picked up a KO every single time it came in, but since he knocked off my Choice Band, I didn't want to keep it anymore. I was like, you know what, you can go down to Beedrill. Plus, Mega Beedrill was very threatening for my team. Like, look at Mega Beedrill and look at my team. It just U-turns and drill runs everything. So, luckily I did have a lot of bulky Pokemon that can take on Mega Beedrill's hits. That's something, like, if he weakened my entire team and kept Mega Beedrill as the last Pokemon and I didn't have Trick Room up, he probably would have won with Mega Beedrill. So, yeah, next up we got versus Dennis DD. He's using my UU team that I uploaded a little while back, like a week or two. So I know the ins and outs of this team, unless he changed it, which sometimes people like to do. So always be careful when you play a team that you think you know, because they could change it, and then you predict something wrong. And then that could lead to your demise. So usually I'm just like, okay, I'm going to think that he's going to be running the standard sets, but at the same time, it's my team that I've shown you guys, so he's probably trying to replicate it. Like, probably Stealth Rock, like 3 attacks, Mammal Swine it was. I think it was Life Orb too, I forget. But yeah, I go for Magikarp as he tries to get up the rocks, which is awesome because I love when that happens, because now I can get a free Trick Room off, as they probably want to try and get up rocks again. But he went for Earthquake. Now, I don't know if he tried to predict me or it was a misclick. I'll give him the benefit of the doubts right there. But yeah, Uxie has Levitate, so you can't Earthquake a Levitator. Unless you have Mold Breaker. So, we go into Reuniclus, because I know Reuniclus can take anything, and I know Reuniclus can knock out the Mamoswine, as he actually throws off Icicle Spear. So I didn't have that on my Mamoswine, I had Icicle Crash. So there's something different. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he does have some differences in his team than mine. Now, I remember this one was Life Orb with 3 attacks, Knock Off, Quick Attack, and Bullet Punch. So I go to Stack Attack and thinking, like, he can't do much to me except for Knock Off. Like, what is that going to do? But he actually has U-turn, so I'm like, okay. We got something different as well. Sharpedo, I know it doesn't have any water moves. It always has Crunch, Psychic, Fangs, and Ice Fang. So I'm like, you're not going to do anything to me, Sharpedo. Your Crunch is barely going to, like, one-shot me. And plus, I got the Trick Room still up, so Constant Knuckles Crush is going to demolish you, but it is smart for him to go for the Protect. I kind of expected that. Luckily, Z-moves did go through Protect, even though I didn't really need the damage, because I think Gyro Ball still destroys Sharpedo because of how fast it gets. So I just went for it just in case he didn't Protect, and maybe I could have critical hitted him through Protect. Is that even possible? Maybe. With the Z-move. Maybe I one-shotted him, I don't know. But we get the Trick Room back off because he didn't knock me out, but he actually turns out to have Aqua Jet. That's something I did not have on my Sharpedo. But it doesn't even knock me out, because Stack Attack is one defensive monstrosity. So poor Sharpedo, maybe if you were just a little bit more powerful, you could knock me out. Maybe if Aqua Jet was boosted by your ability. Maybe if you just had adaptability. But Strong Jaw is really good too, for the Ice Fang and the Psychic Fang. Don't get me wrong with that. So, in comes Scizor. I go into Crest predicting the Bolt Punch, because obviously Trick Room is up. You don't want to allow me to just Stone Edge your Scizor and knock you out, so that makes sense. And I just go for Ice Beam because Trick Room is up. I don't really have anything else to do versus the Scizor. And I'm kind of hoping it's banded. And maybe it is, because he didn't U-turn. He went to Chandelure. So now I kind of just Lunar Dance over here. This might have been a little risky play, though, because Trick Room does end. I should have probably just Lunar Danced the turn before instead of the turn now, because he got a Calm Mind off. Because I would at least have a turn of Trick Room to, like, maybe break a substitute from the Chandelure if he did have that. Or, like, you know, just if he tried to knock out Cresselia, I can just knock out something with the Pokemon incoming. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a little risky because he did get the Calm Mind off. And that could have knocked out my Stack Attack, maybe with a critical hit, as you guys can see. Luckily, he's just leftovers. He's not like a Life Orb or anything like that. Most Chandelures are leftovers. Substitute Calm Mind, Flamethrower, and Shadow Ball. You could run like a Scarf set or Spec sets or Life Orb, whatever. But most of them are Calm Mind sub. So luckily, I was able to live that +1 Flamethrower, and I got the Trick Room off, and I'm able to knock out the Chandelure while I Lunar Danced up my Stack Attack from Cresselia. Very nice. But then Scizor just comes back and knocks me out again with the Bullet Punch. But that's fine, because that allows me to bring in another hard hitter, which is Tyrantrum, and we are able to live the Bullet Punch because Tyrantrum is running max EVs and HP. and without it, we wouldn't be able to. So we head smash, a little risky, obviously, but I go for it. I think Earthquake could have knocked out Scizor from the range it was at, though. Maybe it would have been a roll. So in comes the Togekiss. Now, if I went for Earthquake, obviously Togekiss would be immune to that too, so I just wanted to head smash. So down goes Togekiss, Trick Room ends. I think all he has left is Galvantula, and Galvantula can't knock out Tyrantrum. I just click head smash again because, I mean, no point of switching out, trying to Trick Room up again because I might as well just attack the Galvantula because he's going to go down to any hits that I go for. So we bring in Komala. Komala has pretty decent special defense, so I'm pretty sure we could take hits, but he tries to status me. So that's not going to work. Since the ability Comatose. Maybe he just didn't know, or maybe he just wanted to hope that there was a glitch in the system. Who knows? But GG to Dennis. Using my team, I don't know, it's the smartest decision to use it against me, because then I have the knowledge of it. But at the same time, you could trip me up trying to think that I know the sets, but then you run different sets like he did. He had Ice Skull Spear, Mammal Swine, and Aqua Jet Sharpedo, and a U-turning Scizor. So, yeah. GG to Dennis. Next up, we got versus Angel, and hold the phone over here. What is this? This is a OU team I'm playing against, and wait a second. That's my team, too. I uploaded that. That's team like a week or two ago. What's happening over here? Everyone's using my teams against me. Well, that's good to know because I know the team. It's like Fighting Wigglytuff, a bulky Serp with, you know, Leaf Storm, and it was Stone Edge Mega Pinsir as well. That's a nice one. Mimikyu, I think it was Mimikyu NMZ, and Bisharp was just Life Orb. No, it wasn't Mimikyu NMZ, it was Life Orb Mimikyu. That's a different team. I used Mimikyu NMZ, and then it was just a regular Shuckle. Spadef, Encore, Final Gambits, but he could change it, so who knows. Either way, Sticky Webs doesn't matter versus my team because I got Trigger, so yeah, let's just jump into it. I remember he said he wanted to do UU battle, but he brought this OU team. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll still play. So yeah, he leads off with Shuckle, I lead off with Uxie, obviously. We lead off with our leads, and dedicated leads, pretty much. And I just go for Match Goat. Now, looking back at this was probably a dumb decision. Because, obviously, he could go for Sticky Webs, and I bounce it back on his side of the field. And that's kind of a bad idea because he has Wigglytuff and Bisharp. Looking back at it, but I just didn't think about that at the time. I guess it didn't matter too much because when you get Trick Room up, I mean, what is the worst thing that could happen? Bisharp Sucker Punch. You'd have to keep Bisharp alive without the Trick Room up so that you can do some type of good damage, which is definitely possible. Like, I match coded the Sticky Webs back to him. I tried match coding like Stealth Rocks, but he's smart. He went for the Infestation and an Encore first, and then now he went for the Sticky Webs. I should have just not done that at all. I should have just got the rocks up, Trick Roomed, and then just switched out. But he does have Encore, but that doesn't matter too much since Uxie does have the Mental Herb. So even if you do Encore, it goes away just like Taunt for one turn at least. So I match code again because there's literally nothing else I can do with Uxie. I'm trapped with Infestation. I don't want to go for Trick Room again because then that just, you know, I got rid of my own Trick Room. So, yeah. Infestation goes away, I'm able to switch out, and comes Stack Attack. Stack Attack I chose because it has super effective damage, and I can't get Toxic if he has a random Toxic. And it just kind of matches up well versus the team as well. Like, he kind of doesn't get knocked out by anything on his team unless it's like Wigglytuff. And if I get Trick Room off, like, Stack Attack, it can go in. And the only thing that could really take it is Mimikyu because of its Disguise ability. So, yeah. Luckily, I do hit the Stone Edges right there. I could have missed, that could have sucked because I'm taking a lot of Infestation damage, but at the same time, I have Lunar Dance in the back, so if push comes to shove, I can Lunar Dance it back if I want to. Because Stack Attack is like my best bet of winning this game versus him. So in comes Pinsir, I know it has Earthquake, and now I did raise my defense, but I'm still scared of it knocking me out since Mega Pinsir is very strong. So I go to Uxie now, he could Swords Dance, and that could be terrifying. But at the same time, it's very risky, because thinking that I would just sack Stack Attack or maybe stay in is a possibility. So he does just go for the safe Earthquake. And then he surprised me over here going for the Swords Dance when he could have just went for Frustration or Return to knock out Uxie. I'm pretty sure it knocks me out from the range I'm at. Pretty sure. And then on top of that, he goes for Earthquake, which I guess kind of makes sense if you want to waste Trick Room turns, because what is Uxie going to do? You're just kind of staying and wasting Trick Room turns. So it makes sense that you would kind of want to Earthquake there, because, you know, it hits the Pokemon in the back and it doesn't hit Uxie. So if I did try to switch out without mementoing, then one of my Pokemon in the back, when I switch it in, gets a hard heavy hit, and I just wasted a Trick Room turn. So it makes sense to waste Trick Room turns. But I have Memento on Uxie, so it doesn't even matter. And I get to bring in my Stack Attack and just demolish the Pinsir. So nice. And in comes Bisharp. He does have that Sucker Punch, but Stack Attack, it raises his defense. It is Life Orb like mine, and we do have the Earthquake, and is able to knock out the Bisharp. So luckily, he did not keep the Bisharp in the back until Trick Room ended. I think he should have definitely done that, for sure, because Bisharp was the biggest threat. And maybe somehow we can stack Attacka to the point where Bisharp can probably knock it out with like a Iron Head or a knockoff. I don't think knockoff, no. Sucker Punch or an Iron Head. Iron Head would be better since it's more powerful and you could have a chance to flinch. So yeah, he should have done that. That's for sure, but he didn't. So he goes with the Mimikyu route and goes for Swords Dance, which is also terrifying as well. I do break its Disguise, but unfortunately he doesn't go for a Shadow Claw when Trick Room ended. I don't know if he saw that Trick Room ended, or maybe he just didn't have Shadow Claw. Maybe he had like Play Rough, Shadow Sneak, Trick Room, and Swords Dance. I don't know. He should have went for the Shadow Claw. He went for Shadow Sneak. Maybe he thought Shadow Sneak would knock me out. That's a possibility. Like he's like, you know what, I'll just Shadow Sneak, whatever. It can knock him out, but nope. Or maybe he thought that Mimikyu was slower under Stick Whips. But that's just like a dumb thing to think about. Like that's just a Stack Attack. You're a Mimikyu. There's no way in heck you're gonna be slower than a Stack Attack. I don't know. Either way, Mimikyu didn't knock me out, and I knocked it out. So then comes Wigglytuff, knocks me out. I go to Crest. And Crest can take anything Wigglytuff wants to go for. And, yeah. It actually has Fire EMZ. My Wigglytuff had Fight EMZ, which is odd. He changed it to Fire EMZ. I did have Fire Blast on my Wigglytuff, so maybe he just didn't want Fight EMZ. He wanted Fire EMZ for, like, Ferrothorn or something? I don't know. Maybe even Celesteela. Because that's stuff that could switch in on Wigglytuff. I just liked Fight EMZ though, because Heatran. And it does more to Heatran. And it still does damage to Ferrothorn too, but not as much damage as Fire EMZ. So we got the Trick Room off with Crest, with Lunar Dance. Go into this Komala, and we just click that beautiful Last Resort. And we demolish everything with Sleep Talk. And that is going to be the game. So yeah, good old Trick Room. I love it. You can utilize a lot of different Pokemon in Trick Room. And it's a very fun playstyle to do. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tyrantrum smashed, Stack Attack is smashed, and Komala smashed. Now Reuniclus didn't really do too much, but maybe sooner or later in the team that I can find, Reuniclus will do something. So I have a lot of different variations of Trick Room with Reuniclus, because Reuniclus is just really good in the U tier. Also, Reuniclus is being suspect tested in the RU tier, being resuspect tested. So that'll be interesting. I can't wait to try it out in RU. I want to see how well it does. It's probably going to be very, very good, since it was banned. But now the resource was testing it. So if you do want to Wi-Fi battle me, my Discord is in the description, and you can battle the people there, talk about Pokemon, trade Pokemon, and stuff like that. And yeah, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description down below. Thanks for watching. Peace, peace.